Hi guys, so something extremely fucked up has happened, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you about it. So I just woke up recently, so that's why I look like complete and utter crap, but I went to my Twitter, checked my notifications, and somebody said that they've received a suspicious email or something from my Patreon. So then I DM'd them asking, what's happened. So they sent me a screenshot of this email. I'm going to show you it. Here it is. So I made this post titled "Hey," and then obviously this was not what the rest of the post said on my actual Patreon. I don't know how this, well, actually, I think I do know. It's a phishing email, basically. It says first 50 pics ready to download, a really suspicious looking link. More is coming and it will get weirder. Thanks a lot, Mr. Phishing guy, whoever you are, TR. Obviously a person that has figured out how to create these fake emails. The line's like super weird, I'm sorry. But like, it's just insane how they can actually get through the spam filter and everything and make it look real. But I mean, of course I would never click the link because that just looks super suspicious to me, but the guy told me that he did, and that he apparently there were 50 images of animated 3D child porn, so that was a thing. I feel sick. I'm just horrified by this, like how that can just slip through the cracks. And then at first I thought, oh, how can Patreon allow this to happen? But then logically I thought, okay, it's not them. This was just a phishing email that was created somehow through, they got the title of my post and then they somehow, I don't know, like, why was my account targeted for creating this phishing email? Because I feel like me sending, because I was gonna send them like a support thing, but then I realised, oh wait a minute, they can't do anything about it. Basically it's out of their control, because if this was something to do with them, that wouldn't have happened and it wouldn't have looked like that either. So it's definitely a fake email. So if you guys, I'm just gonna put this out there to warn you, if you receive a suspicious looking email from Patreon through if it's a a creator that you get emails from that says, like, oh hey, check this out, just don't ever click the link, and don't ever, like, this is just my advice in general on the internet, if you receive an email that doesn't seem right, do not click any links, do not download anything, because you will end up with a virus, or in this case seeing images that you don't want to see and that can actually get you into trouble. I don't know what the laws are on animated child porn are, but obviously if it was real life, then this guy could have gotten into real big trouble. If obviously, like, the police would have to find out that those images were on his computer. But if it's not your fault, then it's not really a lot you can do. But I would just say, do not ever click suspicious links, because they will get into trouble. Stuff like all these things on Facebook that make these clickbait things that make you click on them, and then they end up like trying to give your computer a virus and stuff like that. So just make sure that the link you're clicking on is safe. If you're downloading something, that is safe. If you have antivirus software is also useful, but sometimes it isn't viruses, it's stuff like that's just fucked up, and you don't want that stuff on your computer, because it can get you into a world of trouble. Like I said, I don't know what the laws are on animated stuff, but it's still wrong. So yeah, and obviously they say, don't give away any sensitive information or anything like that, and because they're getting well, I mean, they've always been pretty good actually, phishing emails, that people can just make them look like they are official. But if something doesn't seem right and it doesn't sit right with you, then it's not. Just remember that. Just remember it. So I'm just going to leave it be for now, because it's actually out of Patreon's control. They can't control people sending out scam and phishing emails. It's just something that happens, unfortunately, on the internet. So there's no point in me really doing it. So yeah, just wanted to put this out there. It's a weird way to start my day, and that's for sure. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys again whenever. I don't know when.
Hi guys, so I just came home from poker, and I'm talking quietly because Aaron's like trying to sleep in the other room because he stayed up all night, so that he could try and fix his sleeping pattern. So now I am left to be awake for a couple more hours before I decide to go to bed. So I had my one of my baddest beats in poker, if not the baddest beat I've ever had, and I want to tell you about it. And a lot of you probably won't understand because you don't play poker, so you don't know what it means, but so I have in my hand an ace and a jack, and a guy raises it pre-flop, so before any cards come down he raises it and I call. So the flop comes 9-9 ace, so I put in a bet because I have an ace, and he calls. The next card, the turn, comes another ace, so I have just made a full house on the turn. And full house is like it's actually the fourth best thing you can have. It goes royal flush is the best thing you can have, which literally like never ever happens. It's so insanely rare. A straight flush, also incredibly insanely rare. Four of a kind or quads, which is pretty rare, but it obviously does happen like some of the time. It's not like an extremely rare thing, but it's fairly rare, as are a full house. Full house is where you have three of the same card and then two of the same card. So say because it came 9-9 ace ace and I had the ace, that means I had three aces and two nines into each other, so that means aces full of nines. So basically means having three of the same card and then two of the same card fits into that to create a full house. On their own they would just be, it's basically a pair and three of a kind together makes a full house, if that makes sense to anyone. So I have just hit the full house, which is a rare thing to happen anyway, mind you, so I bet again. And he goes all in. I obviously snap call, which means instant call. And he turns over pocket nines for quad nines. And I'm just sitting there like, what has just happened? Like literally everyone reacted so insane. Everyone was like, whoa, when he turned over the cards. Sorry, my leg's kind of in the frame. I took off my jeans but not my top. I left my top on because I'm like, I'm gonna vlog. Well, I took off my jeans, so I'm not wearing anything on the bottom. But sorry, you just caught a glimpse of my leg. It's only a leg though, don't worry, calm down. Yeah, that was just pretty insane how he, and did you know that is the only hand in that situation that crushes me? Like when he went all in, I immediately thought, okay, he's got the other ace. There's one more ace out there because there were two on the board, one in my hand, four in the deck. One more ace out there, we're chopping the pot. We're basically just splitting the pot in half because we've both got the same hand. I'm like, okay, he has an ace, alright? Boy, was I mistaken. It's just so crazy, but actually, to be honest, I found it funny because it's actually just hilarious how insane it was, I was just like, whoa. I took it really well, because usually when I get like bad beats I'm like, you know, fuck, but I think it's probably because he hit it on the flop. Like the first 3 cards that came out, he hit 4 of a kind quads, so I wasn't that upset about it, because I'm like, you know what, okay, I did not think about that at all. I did not see that coming, because it's so rare that you are holding 2 of the same card in your hand and then 2 of the same card come out on the board. Like, really low chance. But it happened, and I took it really well. And then what makes it even more funny, I was left, actually I didn't even go bust, I was left with 200 chips, right? The blinds were 400, 800, so I didn't even have a small blind. The very next hand, I get aces. Then I triple up to 600. The very next hand, I get ace king, and then it was a misdeal. Some guy had 3 cards, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? I just got ace king, and now I have to give it back. Then the next deal came out, and I got pocket 8s, and I'm like, okay, thank God for that. So then I obviously went all in with what I had. I won again, and then the next hand I had ace jack, so I go all in and get called by king 10, and then he hits a king. So yeah, I was actually I was so ahead of king 10, because I had 2, well no, I had 1 overcard actually. Well no, I had ace jack of spades and he had king 10 of spades, so I had 2 overcards to the 10, 1 overcard to the king, and I'm very statistically ahead of that hand, but king came and that was it. So that's just about it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know some of you may not understand, but I've tried to explain it in the simplest terms that I can think of for people that don't really play poker, so yeah. But I'm gonna go now, so talk to you guys again soon. Hi guys, so I've had a really stressful and eventful day today, and you can see I don't have the same red sheet behind me. That's because I moved it, and I want to show you this first. So this is where the sheet has gone. I have a new little setup area. I've got the tripod there, I've got a studio light, and then this is like my backdrop thing. And I've done that because I wanted to have a more sort of interesting backdrop for when I film my ASMR videos. So yeah, I did that. On to why it was stressful today. So I had an appointment today at a hospital which is not in my town. It's in a city that's about 25 minutes away, 20-25 minutes or something like that. It's actually the place where I failed 4 driving tests, so it holds horrific memories for me, and I didn't like driving there, I can tell you that. Because I'm like, I failed 4 driving tests here, fuck this place. But anyway, I had an appointment there, and I actually made this appointment online because that's how my doctor wanted me to do it. I got referred because it was a gynecology department, which, if you don't know what gynecology is, it's basically female health down there, you know? Because like I said to you guys before, I've been having problems in that area, and every test I've had done so far has revealed nothing, so I wanted to see a specialist about it to see if they can give me like a different opinion, a better opinion, you know. So I got there, I was a little bit flustered because I couldn't find where to park at first, and then I ended up going into the fucking A&E bit where only ambulances are allowed to go, and I'm like, holy shit, I need to get out of here right now. I finally found my way to the main hospital car park. I'm like, I have no idea which part of the hospital I need to go to, so I just parked in there, and then I went into the reception. So I was just asking, you know, like, where do I need to go? And she's just like, oh, what's your name, blah, blah, blah. So I give her my name, and she looks it up, and she says, oh, it looks like it's been cancelled. And I'm like, what? And honestly, she was upset about it because she's like, you know, they didn't contact you or anything, did they? I'm like, no, I got nothing. I got no letter. Just the online system is really flawed and shitty, obviously, because I got no
nothing saying that my appointment had been cancelled. I've just travelled all the way from my town to come here. I've wasted petrol, I've wasted miles on my car insurance for this, and nothing. So she phoned up the department, and she had to wait on hold for ages. So I was just sort of like standing there, because apparently my appointment was rescheduled to next month. Now I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I have to wait another entire month for this appointment now. Like, it's just atrocious, awful. So when she finally got through to the woman, she was like, you know, she said some stuff, and then she's like, oh, I'll put her on the phone. I'm like, oh god. So she hands me the phone, and then this woman says to me that apparently they did send out a letter saying it had been cancelled, but sorry, I did not get a letter. I am always really like wary of posts that come through the door. Like, anytime there's a letter, anytime there's a package, it always comes, and I always retrieve it from the door and read it and whatever. So there was definitely no letter. So I don't know if she was just lying, or somehow it got lost in the post over Christmas or something, because apparently this appointment was cancelled on the 22nd of December, which it must have been around the time I made the appointment. So yeah, you'd have thought that the letter would have come in time, but clearly it hasn't. So they're definitely at fault. So I just wasted a bunch of time, and I was stressed. So I was driving back home, and I thought, aha. So yesterday I went to my dad's, and I really should have done this then, but I left my studio equipment there. I've had it there for ages, ever since I was living there again, and I just never retrieved it and brought it to this house. So I'm like, you know what, I want to actually go and get all that stuff, because I want to set up a nice backdrop and have my studio light and be able to do like ASMR videos and taking selfies with good lighting and stuff. And if I ever do sit down videos, I can do it there as well. Sorry that Aaron's shouting in the background, by the way. I told him to be quiet when I was trying to record my ASMR videos, and I'm pretty sure you can probably hear him in the background slightly. Some of them, like, no matter how many times I tell him to be quiet, he just won't be quiet. It's so annoying. And my cat's been bucking me off as well. It's like, I've already been really stressed. So anyway, what I was going to say, so I'm like, you know what, I'll swing by my dad's on the way home, because it's on the way home. So I did that. My dad wasn't at home, his girlfriend was, but she wouldn't answer the door. I have a key to the door, by the way, and there's a fucking key in the other side of the door, so I couldn't turn the key to unlock the fucking door. It's like, what's the point of me having a key if you're just going to leave the key in the other side? So then my dad was just trying to be like, okay, I'll try and call her so she can go and unlock the door, and she was like, obviously in the shower or something, and I stood at the door for like 15 minutes in the freezing cold, just thinking, oh, she has to come now, oh, she has to come now, oh, surely she can't be in the shower that long, and yeah, she fucking was. So then I'm like, I can't leave here without my stuff, because I so badly wanted it, because I wanted to record my ASMR videos and I needed that backdrop. So I just went and sat in my car for another 5 minutes, and then finally she was out of the shower and I could go in and get my stuff. But it was just so annoying. So anyway, after I did that, I then had to make 2 trips from my car to my house, bringing in all the stuff. And I did not get a parking space close to my house, because if I've told you about this area, you know it's really hard to get a parking space, so I never get one close by. Well, I say never, I rarely ever get one that's close by to my house. My house isn't even close to the car parks anyway. You still have to walk like a considerable distance, and I'm carrying all this shit. My hands are like ice. It was freezing cold. Like, my hands just seriously were freezing off. So then there was that, and then I come in, I'm trying to set up all my backdrop and do my stuff, and Leo's fucking knocked it over like 3 times so far, and I'm trying to set it up, I'm trying to do it, and then I actually get into recording my videos, and then he's fucking jumping around and making rustling sounds in the background. It's like, can I not just make a fucking ASMR video without one of my cats being a complete and utter dickhead? Like, seriously, if it's not him, it will be her, my older cat. She was even having a little sniff around and trying to paw things. Like, just seriously, like, oh, I haven't even stopped today. I've been constantly doing stuff today. I haven't really taken a moment to relax, except when I ate my dinner. I took like 10 minutes to just sit and eat my dinner.
But ever since then, like, I've just been doing stuff all day, and now I've just finally got edited one of my first ASMR video, and I've got it rendering, and I'm about to upload it now. So yeah, just take a deep breath, just take a deep breath. Anyway, I'm gonna end the vlog here because this has been a very long vlog, and I'm sorry that it's been so long, but there's just been so much to talk about, especially with today being a super long, stressful day. It's now 20 to 10. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video.